we are going to talk cute everyday object characters. I'll be splitting this video into chapters, sharing tips on how to find the best reference photos, how to sketch, add line art, and use colours to turn those objects into cute characters. Every chapter ends with a bonus tip, so watch out for those. Okay, let's get started. Chapter 1, finding inspiration and choosing objects. The first step in creating cute characters from everyday objects is finding inspiration. If you're just getting started and want to draw some one-off illustrations, I'd suggest looking around your house or your workspace to find objects that you find interesting or use daily. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that interesting. It could be a coffee cup, a plant pot, or even a spoon. Because I design products for my shop using my characters, I always start with a theme or topic that I love. But they aren't just picked at random. Have a think about things you like. Even if it's something as simple as coffee, write down objects relating to that idea. Now that you have your ideas written down, let's take a look at where to find great reference images. And no, it's not Pinterest. Bonus tip. Always keep a note on your phone or in a notebook about random objects that catch your eye for drawing. Often, you might not be in a position to sketch them right away, and if you're like me, it's easy to forget these fleeting ideas. By jotting them down, you create a handy reference list that you can return to for inspiration whenever you're ready to draw. Chapter 2, finding great reference photos. Of course, you can draw from real life, but I don't always own the object that I want to draw. So the next best thing is a photo reference. Pinterest is an obvious place to go, but I want to share some alternative resources to finding great high quality photos. I've created a downloadable page full of links to my favourite reference websites. Number 1, Adobe Freestock. Of course, there are paid options within this, but Adobe Stock has thousands of free photos that you can search and download ready to use. They're really high quality with a range of perspectives, which make them really easy to draw from. Number 2, Unsplash. Again, this website is full of beautiful high resolution photos. Just type the object you're looking for into the search bar and scroll the thousands of images. If you want my full list of resources, including great reference websites for drawing humans, anatomy, furniture, and so much more, then download it from the description below. There's no way I could fit them all into this video. Chapter 3, get messy with your sketches. I often see artists sketching away and I think, how are your sketches so good? My sketches are a hot mess. But it really doesn't matter at this point. The sketching stage is just where I'm getting my ideas down and I can refine the artwork later. I like to use my iPad for this stage because I can make adjustments easily. It really speeds up my workflow, and with twin babies and a toddler at home, that is a must for me. Cute art styles tend to use rounded shapes and avoid sharp edges. Everyone has their own style though, and I like to use a mixture of sharp and soft edges. I don't feel that this takes away from the cuteness. I think it's just a different kind of cute. With all art, rules are there to be broken, so don't box yourself in, just experiment. When I first started, I always did a second sketch layer to refine my drawings. My initial sketches were so messy that going over them with a cleaner line really improved my final line art. In Procreate, moving a line can cause it to lose resolution, so it's important to get that sketch right before doing the final line art. Now that I'm more practiced, I usually skip this stage, but it's helpful if you're just starting out. The face. The face is what makes your objects cute. You need to experiment with your own style, but I like to draw the eyes further apart and either higher or lower on the object. Usually, drawing the eyes bigger and lower down will mimic babies and infants, making the chin appear smaller. This triggers a look that we are hardwired to find cute. The eyes I draw aren't huge, but their placement is really important. I think the simplicity of the face with its minimalistic detail and clean lines keeps the character easy to read, and emotion plays a big part in these characters. Think about different ways you can convey emotion within your simple lines. For example, adding an upward eyebrow can make a huge difference in how your character is feeling. In my new downloadable workbook, How to Draw Cute Characters on Procreate, you'll find a full page of expressive faces to act as your reference guide when adding personality to your characters. You'll also find a detailed step-by-step guide, 12 downloadable Procreate color palettes, and over 160 theme and object ideas to spark your imagination. Download it now from the link in the description below. Bonus tip. Try the symmetry tool when drawing your faces. It will ensure that everything is even and in proportion. To do this, tap the wrench icon at the top left corner to open the Actions menu. Go to the Canvas tab, turn on Drawing Guide, then Edit Drawing Guide. Select Symmetry and then Options. Make sure it's set to vertical, then you need to move the guideline to the area you want to draw. You can lower the thickness to get the drawing in the correct position. The lower the percentage, the closer together the mirrored drawing will be. And don't forget to select Drawing Assist. Now anything you draw will be mirrored according to the symmetry guide. To turn it off quickly, tap the layer and unselect Drawing Assist, or go back to the Actions menu and untoggle it there. Chapter 4, Line Art. Once you're happy with your basic sketch, it's time to get working on your line art. Now, this video is about how to draw cute characters, so I'm not going to go into detail about how I get my sketches from my iPad into my sketchbook. If you want to find out how, watch my video on alcohol markers for beginners, where I go into more detail. For me, line art is a great way to add some character to your objects. Cuteness is often associated with minimalism and clarity, which clean line art provides. Simple, clear lines demonstrate a cute style, while sketchy, painterly lines can detract from the minimalism and consequently the cute aesthetic. Don't get me wrong, when working in Procreate, I love to add texture to my line art. I even have my own brush packs that you can download and use yourself. But with these textured brushes, I still use clear, smooth lines instead of broken up, sketchy ones. Bonus tip, add quirky aspects to your line art to make your work recognizable as your own. I love adding little lines or dots, as well as small doodles surrounding the illustration. All of these elements add up to making an overall cute character. Chapter 5, using color to keep your illustrations cute. Color theory plays a huge role in the overall look of your artwork. Using the right colors can make your illustrations pop and keep them looking cute. Soft pastels and bright, cheerful colors often work well with cute characters because they convey a sense of playfulness and warmth. When you stick to a harmonious color palette, it helps create a cohesive and visually pleasing look. Remember, the key is to use color thoughtfully to enhance the personality of your characters. If you're working on a full page of illustrations, think about limiting the key colors you're using within each illustration. Doing so will create a cohesive look and make the overall page more visually pleasing. By sticking to a consistent color palette, you can ensure that the illustration complements the others, creating a unified and polished overall effect. Bonus tip, create a color sample page on your iPad. Select your colors, test them out, and see how they work together. Don't worry about keeping it neat. This exercise is just to help you decide which colors to choose before you put pen to paper. Even if you're coloring digitally, I still do this step for all of my artwork. It's like when you sketch out your drawings roughly before finalizing them. Doing the same with your colors is like working them out in a draft format. If you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to get a notification when my next video is released. And I think you're gonna love my cozy Draw With Me video that goes through so many more hints and tips when it comes to drawing digitally. You can check it out here.